everybody. Welcome to the Steckline Report. This time around, friends, we've got a special guest. Former Secretary of Agriculture John Block's with me, and I'm going to talk to him about agriculture in just a minute.
I first got started in the cattle business. My wife and my father-in-law got me into it. I love dealing with the animals and being in the outdoors. At American Ag Credit, I know a lot of them are in the same business that I am. Therefore they understand what I need and what problems I'm against, so they can work with you on it. And it makes it much easier.
It's been passed down to me through the generations, and I want to pass it on down to the next generation or two.
Former Secretary of Agriculture John Block's my special guest. And Jack, thanks so much for being with us today. We've got all kinds of great weather across America, and it's kind of causing farmers to scratch their heads a little bit. I think we're planting corn a little early, and we're going to have an early wheat crop.
Well, everybody's getting anxious. This is very exciting, unusual, but exciting. So I don't know how many people will put this in the ground. Let's hope we don't have an early frost.
Well, that's exactly what we're worried about that in the Midwest as far as this old wheat crop of ours. We could be harvesting in late May, and I've never done that in my life in 50, 60 years. What about you guys in Illinois? How's your farm stacking up this year? And last year you kind of did something with an early wheat harvest. Maybe that turned some people on to do something else, right?
Well, it doesn't happen very often where we are in Illinois. We're in the range of about Peoria, Illinois, which is in the upper half of the state. But last year, we harvested about 300 acres of wheat, and we jumped in the very next day and planted soybeans and came out with a 34 bushel the acre average on those soybeans. And when I put my wheat together with my soybeans, I made more money on that than I did on corn. So,
yeah.
It can happen, but it doesn't happen often.
Well, I would say that you folks in that part of the country are just really kind of farmers that push the grain price down.
Well, we're just growing a lot, What are we supposed to do? We have to feed the world.
I know it. Well, speaking of that, what's your outlook? You're talking to a lot of people in the Washington area about the future of agriculture. Let's talk about the rest of this year. With the political ball game so hot and heavy, is it going to affect us?
Well, I think politics will, but I just look at agriculture, first of all, in its broadest terms. I've never seen so much optimism in the case of agriculture. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is because of the global demand for food. Countries are developing. They want more protein. They want more meat. They want more food. So in that regard, it really looks good. Now, if you want to say about what's going on in Washington, in the Congress, in our Treasury, which doesn't have any money, we keep getting the Chinese to send us another bit of money so we can pay this and that. So I think that we're going to find out the farm programs are going to be under a lot of pressure, and frankly, they have to be. That's just the way it is.
Quite honestly, I don't think that we're going to get a farm bill that will amount to anything as far as help is concerned.
I don't either. I think there'll be an effort to have something in there for insurance that might protect us against disasters, which I think we need. But direct payments, they're over.
Yep.
And I happen to think that's where we should be today. I think we've got to be looking ahead. We've got good prices, and we're getting our money out of the marketplace. As farmers, that's where I want to get my money anyway.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. But what happens when the market falls to $3 again on wheat and $3.50 on corn?
No, listen. You don't have.
We're not going to do that.
No. Listen.
Is China going to help us out there?
No, I don't know about that. But I have been through this as many times as you have over all these years. And listen, agriculture is a roller coaster.
Yes.
You're up, and you think you're never going down, and the next day you're headed down. And when you're down, you're never going up. But my golly, pretty soon we go back up. And I suspect it's going to stay this way, and I just hope farms put a little money away. And we do have, our balance sheets are great in agriculture right now.
Yes, they are.
The debt on farms and agriculture are the lowest it's been in I don't know how many years. So that's a positive thing, but we got to protect ourselves because I think you and I both agree there's going to be a down year. I don't know when it is, but I don't want it to be this year.
I don't either, that's for sure. Former Secretary of Agriculture John Block, and we'll talk Farm Bill with him on our next Steckline Report, so stay tuned.